Hi, my name is Mike Quick, and I want to talk about a time that I was able to share the gospel. I had a coworker that I worked with for a number of years. Really great guy. I sat next to him every single day, but he was one of the guys that you would talk to, have great conversations. But then, you get home, you're looking at social media, and you're like, "Who is this guy?" And I ended up having to unfollow him, and I just couldn't look at all of his anti-Christian things that he would put on social media. But he called me earlier this year and was telling me about some health complications that he was having. So, I would talk to him about that, and I remember specifically asking him, like, "Mark, can I pray for you?" And he was very apprehensive about it, and he's like, I don't know about that. I was like, okay. The next time I talked to him, I was like, I need to have a gospel conversation. It was really hard to kind of start that conversation, and he would kind of, especially with an election coming up, he would kind of sometimes bring politics into it. And I told him, I was like, "Mark, I hate to tell you this, but Jesus is infinitely more important than any political party or politician. So you've got to put that aside. You have to make sure you know who Jesus is and what he did for you." And then he called me a few months later, and he told me his medical condition was getting worse, and the doctors were telling him that he's probably not going to survive. And I was like, "Mark, I got to pray for you." And I prayed for him, and I was like, "Lord, please reveal yourself to Mark. Please just speak to him." And then I called him a week later, because I was going to have another gospel conversation with him. And as soon as he picked up the phone, he was just like a different person. And he's like, "Mike, I already know what you're going to ask me about." He's like, "I'll tell you, my sister-in-law from a prior marriage came and saw me, and she was telling me the exact same thing that you were about Jesus." And he's like, "I just want you to know that I know who Jesus is now, and I can't believe I've gone through my entire life not knowing who Jesus is." And the doctors probably gave him probably 30, I think a month or two to live. And I remember him going from telling me he wasn't ready to die. He didn't know what was going to happen. He was so scared, to now he's telling me "I can't wait to meet Jesus." And I want to say, after that conversation I had with him, he was with us for about a week, and then he was with Jesus. So please share the gospel with your friends and family. You just never know how it's going to impact their life for eternity.